My name is Angela Jackson-Brown, and I graduated from Spalding the fall semester 2009, and my area is fiction. I was very fortunate to run into Karen Mann, and I told her about some of my desires to be a writer, and I talked to her about some of the things that I've written. And I said, maybe you could just send me some information. And she says, you're right here. I'll just talk to you about it, and I'll give you whatever information you need. And so I asked a lot of questions, and she gave me a lot of answers. But I thought, okay, well, she'll give me a little packet, and I'll leave. And she said, well, we've got a class starting in just a few weeks. We could get you in. And so I just sort of grabbed hold of the hem of her garment and allowed her to drag me through the process. And next thing I know, I was a student at Spalding. I read a lot about the program, so I knew that it was a program that was held in high esteem among low residency programs. So I assumed that I would come into a program where it would be cutthroat. But surprisingly enough, I walked into my first workshop, and it was the most nurturing environment that I've ever walked into. Now, don't get me wrong. People were very good about telling you things that they felt you could do to make your work better. But I never felt as if my work was not being taken seriously. And I always felt like the people in workshop were really rooting for me, that they wanted me to bring out the best in my characters. And when it became apparent that I was going to get a publication deal, I had all of these friends and family that I could contact and say, okay, I'm in the process of signing my contract. What should I think about? Or they say I need blurbs for my book. What's a blurb for my book? And having people that were in different stages that could all walk me through the process. These things happened organically. It wasn't something that I had to force. And we all do that for each other. We're all into each other's lives. And for me, that was the thing that you can't put a price tag on when you're looking for a school. Are you going to walk away with lifelong friendships and family? And that's what I did. This program gave me the confidence to know that my work can stand next to anyone's work, no matter what program they graduated from or didn't graduate from. I know that I have all of the talent within me, but I also know that Spalding was able to tease out things that I didn't have an idea that I was capable of doing. When you're writing primarily about characters who are rural or who are African American or are a part of any group that's not white, male, middle class, you run the risk that your work is not going to be taken as seriously. Even when students or even when teachers did not have that experience, they always made sure that they were being respectful of my experiences and the experiences of my characters. I think it's so important that if you are a minority looking for an MFA program, that you have conversations with the faculty members and you have conversations with other minorities who've gone through that program. Don't just assume because the program is touted as one of the greatest or the best programs that means that program is going to nurture you as a writer. I was fortunate that I got both. I got one of the top low residency programs in the country, and I got a program that was dedicated to supporting writers who don't necessarily fit within the box.